Hey everybody, my name is Dominic and I am an attorney and I have kidney disease. While working, I had to travel daily, and so doing so meant being on the highway, being on planes, and not knowing if I would ever have a medical emergency. I did have a few instances where my blood sugar tanked or I had extremely high blood pressure, rendering me unable to drive. Sometimes I would pull over. Sometimes I would just have to stop because I couldn't do any of my driving in the condition I was in until I can eat something, drink something, maybe stop to get something to eat. And at all times, I was wondering, I'm traveling hundreds of miles from home, I'm driving for hours on end. What if I have a medical emergency? What if I needed to correspond with first responders that with kidney disease, I couldn't use nonsteroidal anti-inflammatories or NSAIDs, or I had a specific blood type. I was on a waiting list for the transplant list for a kidney. If I was unconscious or unable to speak, I needed them to know I had these conditions without allowing any of my clients, my coworkers, my employers, anyone I encountered in the professional setting to know I had a medical condition myself. Part of the reason for that was I was always afraid of losing my health insurance. I knew I had a debilitating condition. I knew my company was going through transition. And I just figured, regardless of the extent of my value to the company, that my health condition could be used as a weapon or a tool against me in terms of transitioning me out of the company. Then I would lose my health insurance. And as silly as it may seem, there are people who I know that, as illegal as it is, when they have a serious health condition which requires their health insurance carrier to spend a lot of money on their condition, ultimately drives up their employer's premium plan. The employer will find out who you are. It's illegal, but it happens. And I have met plenty of people throughout my time post transplant and pre transplant, as well as clients of mine who have shared that their spouse was fired because they were on their spouse's employer's plan, or they were terminated for no reason of performance, solely because they were driving up their insurance policy or their spouse's insurance policy. And the employer basically would find out from the insurance carrier who the employee was that was bringing up the charges. Another way for the employer to find out would also be who's taking off quite a lot, who's admitting that they're ill, who's talking at work. So I always tell everyone, your health is your business. Do not share that information with anyone. And I bought dog tags. These are engraved with my information, my doctor's information, the hospital in which I listed at, my blood type, the fact that I am not able to take nonsteroidal anti-inflammatories. And now that I'm post-transplant, I have on there post-kidney transplant, the name of the hospital again in which I was transplanted, the phone number. I have like 3 alternate contact information on them. So I went with Go Tags. And yes, I am marketing and endorsing this product, and I do receive um, some assistance for doing so and advertising this product, but I can't explain how many times I've renewed these with new information. And Go Tags, you could find them on Amazon, and I'll put a link to it on my page. I cannot explain to you, it's not a medical bracelet, so it's not on your wrist. No one can see it. If you're at work and you have that nosy coworker of yours that's going to look at your wrist and see that you have a medical bracelet. It's very conspicuous. These go under your shirt. Very rarely did I ever wear it's goes under, and I'm wearing a button down shirt and I have the top button open. You cannot see these dog tags. However, if you were to have an incident, I am pretty sure that health care or first responders will check your chest or open your shirt to see if you have a pulse or if any medical devices need to be applied. And you can also carry something in your wallet that advises them of your health condition. But these would be very easy to find for a first responder, and it would spell out your medical condition. So I definitely recommend that you look into GoTags.com, the GoTags company. Like I said, you could find them on Amazon, and I'll provide a link in my chat for that product. And if you have any questions, please do ask me. Also, I'm going to put in the link here. It's a little long, but it's GoTags on Amazon. And if you have any questions or need any advice or have any questions for future videos, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. I'll be very happy to discuss how I live my best life while traveling, while working, post-transplant, pre-transplant, on dialysis. I went through every single stage. I've had multiple scares, and I've had multiple times away, and I want to share my experience with others. It's a form of therapy for me, but also I reached out to multiple groups to find out many methods in which to have a great life while doing everything and suffering through each portion and each stage of kidney disease. It's not a death sentence. You just have to live your life. And sometimes it just means being very discreet, especially if you have a job. That health insurance, it's not to be taken lightly. Your employer does not care. I can tell you that they will replace you in a minute and send you a get well card. So if you're living life every day that you're irreplaceable to your company, wake up. They will replace you in a heartbeat. They will be upset that you leave. And yes, my employer has sent me multiple handwritten letters asking how I'm doing, seeing that I'm doing well, wishing me well. Yet at the same time, they also ask me to sign off on some things so they could get paid. It doesn't diminish how they feel about me. It just goes to show that even after you're gone, they'll say, "You are a great guy. I'm so sorry to hear about your situation, but in the meantime, your work is not finished. I still need you to do something so that we can get paid on something from 11 or 12 years ago." So with that, I'll leave you with this link. Hit the subscribe button. I have a lot more to discuss. I have a lot more to share. And I'm also interested in knowing if any of you have any questions. I've traveled all over the world, even on dialysis. Like I said, I want to share my experiences. I want you to share your experiences with me. It's a learning curve, and I still have a lot to learn, but I have a lot to offer in terms of advice. And I look forward to our next meeting. All right.